Welcome back into Main Street Living. Quincy Show, I was thinking about an old saying that goes, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. I mean, that's the kind of job we all want.
Love that.
Yeah, well, unless you're a parent like myself, because trying to raise humans is a really hard job, right? So we can certainly use all the expert advice that we can get. And our next guest is a psychologist and expert on child development. And she's got a new book out that she's releasing soon to help out toddlers and their parents. Welcome back to the show, Dr. Cara Goodwin. How are you doing, Cara?
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Yeah, great to have you back on the show again. Now you've got a website and a blog that's called Parenting Translator. Okay, now what is the goal of the blog and what kind of information is on there?
So my goal is really to take the scientific research that, is coming out all the time and to translate that information into something that is useful and accurate, that parents can use to make parenting just a little bit easier.
Yeah. Well,
right.
All of that can help me. I know that.
Yeah, definitely. And you have a brand new book as well, and it's called What to Do When You Feel Like Hitting.
Yes.
Focused on toddlers, which I know can be challenging for both kids and parents. So why did you want to focus on that age in particular?
Yeah, so toddlers are a really interesting age because as any parent knows, you have this sweet little baby and then all of a sudden they start pushing back and showing things like aggression. And I think as parents, a lot of times it's hard to realize what to do in that situation because it's, maybe the first challenge you faced as a parent. And toddlers have, they have big feelings, they have big opinions, but they're lacking the problem solving strategies and the coping skills to be able to deal with them in an effective way. So I think it's really a chance, to really help it's an age at which we can really help them to learn self-regulation and emotional regulation. So I think that there's a chance to make a big difference. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Dr. Cara, I think the real question is why? Why do toddlers react by hitting? Is this a common thing?
Yes, it's extremely common. So, research shows that most toddlers are going to engage in some kind of aggression. So know that, there is nothing wrong with your child. This is a natural developmental stage. And a lot of the reason is because these, toddlers lack the skills. So if you think about it as a lack of skills rather than, oh my gosh, what's wrong with my parenting? What's wrong with my child? I think that really helps, helps you to manage it better as a parent if you have that perspective. And a lot of it just has to do with their brain development, and they're just not there yet to be able to use more effective strategies.
And I know it's got to be tough for parents to try to deal with this while trying to stay sane themselves. So in the book, you have some strategies. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so some strategies I have in the book. So the premise behind the book is what to do when you feel like hitting. So rather than just telling children, don't hit, the idea is to give them some behaviors that they can do instead that are more adaptive and more appropriate for the situation. So some examples might be engaging in deep breathing, which we know helps to calm the body and then allow them to calm down enough to think through another strategy. Another strategy, which I find is really effective, is going to a calm down space. So, creating a spot in your home where they can kind of get away from the situation and learn to calm their body down in a separate space. And you could have materials there that help them calm down. And finally, a strategy is using their words instead of hitting or engaging in other sorts of aggression. So sometimes it's as simple as teaching them how to say, I need help. And that can help reduce hitting and other forms of aggression.
Okay. Yeah. So, I know the book itself is not really for toddlers, or is it for the parents teaching?
Great question. Yeah, great question. I really think it's for both. The book is designed to be read to toddlers by parents, but I think as parents, we need some ideas for what can I suggest for my child to do instead of hitting. And I think that the book hopefully will help give parents some ideas. And I do include, a note to parents in the back of the book that will give some additional strategies for how do you deal with these behaviors.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too when we're talking about these strategies. And I know for toddlers, it's got to be hard. How do these kids really regulate their feelings? I mean, is that something that they're capable of doing at that age?
Yeah, so young toddlers, obviously, it's a work in progress. You know, when you think of a baby, you know, they are incapable of regulating their emotions, and it's really up to the parents. So the job of toddlerhood is really we're passing the reins of emotional regulation from us to our children. So slowly and gradually, we want our children to take over that process. And a big goal of my book is to give children some strategies for how they can start learning some tools for emotional regulation.
Sounds super. Sounds super. Now, where can viewers get a copy of your book when it comes out?
So on Amazon, if you search for What to Do When You Feel Like Hitting, or you can go to my website, which is parentingtranslator.com/book. And you can order it from a lot of different book retailers there.
Awesome. Well, we certainly appreciate you stopping by, Dr. Cara. Thank you.
Thank you all so much.
All right.
All right. Good stuff there. I know, Quincy, we are always trying to deal with something. And you as a parent, you've been through that. So I'm sure that book will be helpful to a lot of people. Well, coming up on Main Street Living, we have the latest information on the COVID-19 vaccines. So stick around. You don't want to miss this.